Mmm. Yeah. Boom. What do you guys think of this new theme to the Nooner? Welcome, Marketing Surveys. Oh! Hey, I'm going to turn that light off. Hold on. There we go. That's better, right? Welcome, welcome. I'm loving my funky. Can't see anything but red and white. Now, my mama always said I had a face for radio. Jose Garza showed up. Welcome. Hey, Bill. Hey, somebody let me know if you can see me. You can see me now. Can you see me now? This is Verizon. They're just on being heard now. That's my provider. Just on being heard now. That's my provider. Somebody let me know if you can see me. Can you see me? Am I visible? What am I doing right now? Drinking coffee? Okay. Let's get more music. How's everybody doing? Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the restreams. Welcome, welcome. This is the Nooner. I can see me now. What about me? All right, Jose Garza can see me. Beautiful. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on episode 27 of the Nooner. I've done 27 of these things. I'm having a blast doing it too. So my name is David Bradley. This is the Nooner, where I'm coming in every single day, 12 o'clock noon, Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be dropping noontime nuggets about sales, business, or life. Today we're going to cover all three. Okay? So why? Right? So I'm going to talk about motivation in a little bit, but motivation is fuel, and I'm going to dig deep into that in a moment. But you need something to keep going every single day. It's 12 o'clock noon on the West Coast. It's 3 o'clock on the East Coast. Food's worn out. Coffee's wore off. Okay, you need something to get you through the rest of the day. I'm here to give it to you. Okay, so who am I? My name is David Bradley. I'm a sales and marketing manager with Grant Cardone. It'll be 5 years in March. Time flies. Okay. The reason I come to work for Grant every single day, the reason I get up and do what I do, is I want to help people become better today than they were yesterday. Grant's technology took me from barely surviving in sales to accomplishing dreams and goals I didn't even think were possible, nor did I think I deserved. So both those things got handled. Number one, I know I deserve it now. Number two, I created it. Okay. So any opportunity I have, 8 o'clock in the UK, says my good buddy Bill over there. Okay. So you need this every day. At any time of day. So thank you for having your lunch with me, which is actually dinner for you. But my job is to help people. That's it. That's the bottom line for me, is I want to help people become better today than they were yesterday. And I want to help them use Grant Cardone's material to do that. My other claim to fame is I'm an author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. I smoked for almost 15 years. Pack and a half a day. I could not quit. Could not do it no matter how hard I tried, but then I figured out a way. I found a solution, and I was able to stop. That was in May of 2002, and so I wanted to share that with other people too, because hey, if I could do it, and I was a committed smoker. In fact, I still think I am a committed smoker. Marco Bonini says, I'm not just I am the sales and marketing manager for Grant Cardone. I love that. All right, I'm just being humble, Marco. But thank you for that. Appreciate it. So I smoked for 15 years, couldn't figure out how to do it. I did, and I wrote a book so that you, if you're smoking or you're stuck on a habit that you can't kick, it's not just about smoking, how you can do that too. Okay, third thing, I'm the founder of a hashtag called Richmans Gym. This will be my second book. Okay, my third book will be a book on sales, but my second book, Richmans Gym, home-based strength and conditioning for body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so those are my three things. If you follow that hashtag, if you throw it into Twitter or Instagram, you may see some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, man, I'm a modest guy. Thank you, Marco. Marco says I'm the baddest. All right, so always good to have friends and get support out there. So today we're going to be talking about the 3 qualifiers for success. So I'm going to list them for you. So if you're taking notes, write them down, and then I'm going to expand on it. We're going to dig a little deeper into each one of these 3 different qualifiers. So none of this, I mean, this is not all original material for me. This is a lot. This is what I'm learning from Grant. This is what I've learned from Grant over the years. I'm just sharing this with you. Thank you for all of those. I'm seeing some new faces, so welcome and thank you for being here. If you're liking what you see, make sure to restream it. Throw down a heart, favorite, share it with your friends. I'm here to bring a good message every day, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. So the 3 qualifiers for success, and this is success in anything. I led this with success in sales as a tag, but I'm telling you, you can leverage this in with business and with life as well as in with selling. So the 3 qualifiers for success, it's desire, it's skill, and it's motivation. Okay. In order for you to succeed in anything, you got to have desire, you got to have skill, you got to be motivated. So I'm going to break these 3 down in that specific order. Okay, so the first one, desire. So let's just define it for a second, okay? Because when I say desire, what do you think of? Do you have, you've got a notion of it already. You have an understanding of desire. So what's the first thing that pops into your head? But a lot of times, the first thing that pops into your head isn't always accurate. Isn't always exact. So it's always good to look at the origin of a word, its etymology, so you've got a full understanding of it. So the definition of desire. It's a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Okay, so you got to have desire. You have to have a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. And now the original sense of that word, it's actually French and Latin, and you can go back a little bit further and it says, await what the stars will bring. Those are the exact words in that order. Await what the stars will bring. So it implies something maybe supernatural, right? So Bill says wanting of something. Exactly. So, but with this French implication and Latin implication, there may be something a little bit supernatural or higher plane, if you will. If you await what the stars will bring, that throws a being into that, right? That may put God involved, right? So think about something right now that you're desiring. What do you, something that you've got a desire for, something that you have a strong want. Think about that for a second. And this can be anything you want, anything that you desire. Recognize what that is. And I want you to take a moment now to just be with that sensation and that feeling. And when I think about something that I want, something that I'm desiring right now, my heart gets a little lighter. Does yours? There's like this, right? Like think about somebody you desire. That's the easy way to go. If you want that heart to go up, right? You want the heart to raise up. You want your heart rate to go up a little bit with desire. Think about a person that you desire. Or think about something in the future, something that you want to create for yourself, right? Like I'm talking about, like I want a boat now. I'm on a boat kick. I'm thinking like, man, it would be great on the weekends to hop in the boat and like cruise up the coast, maybe stay the night somewhere in a little cove. I mean, how, like, whew. Right? So when I think about that gets me jacked. Okay, that's desire. Okay, so the thing, and Grant says this, he says, dreams are the fuel for an incredible life. So desire and dreams, they may have some synergy there. They may go hand in hand. Okay, so what do you desire? But the question is that enough? Well, obviously not, right? Just because you want something, and in fact, the harder you want it, probably the further away it's going to get from you. At some point, you got to step off and you got to go out and get it. You got to go create it. Okay, that's why I've got issues with this law of attraction thing. Okay, you can put as much energy out into the universe, but if you're not taking some action, it's just energy into the universe. There's no reciprocation. Okay, you got to do something. So, desire is also compelling. Okay, it makes you want to take action, but it doesn't necessarily mean you are going to. You have to actually do that. Does that make sense? Okay, so you want to have the desire to take that vision of your future that you've created. In this case, this would be me in a boat or whatever it was that you thought of when I talked about desire. Praying to a higher power for help, Bill says. Yeah, That's connecting. That's putting your intention out there. Okay? That's asking, prayer. Love it. Okay? Fantastic. So if you've got desire, can be many different things. Okay? And as I was alluding to a moment ago, it does tend to get tied into, say, lust or that fun stuff. But there's more to it than that, and it goes much deeper than that, and I think Bill's just touching on that right now. So the first thing you need to create success, though, is you need desire. And if you go back in history and you look at, what does Bill say? Grant would visit homes he could not afford to stimulate desire. Yeah, absolutely. Great example, right? Grant and his wife, even when they were in their house in Beverly Hills, would still go drive around and look at more expensive stuff just to get that, right? So just to elevate that, exactly. So, hey, thank you, Laura, for the restream. But again, it's not enough, right? Do you guys agree with that? That desire is not enough, right? Makes sense? So what's next? Well, you got to take this desire and you got to stack or add some skill to it. That was the second thing, okay? Now, I want to look at skill. And if you define that word, skill could be your ability to perform something. But it can also be related to a proficiency level. So how do you increase your ability? How do you increase your proficiency? Well, there's two requirements of skill that Grant talks about. It's training, and when I say training, I want you to think about I want you to think two things, knowledge and practice. But the other piece of skill is experience. Okay? Now I want to give you a heads up and a wake up here, is that if all your skill just comes from experience, then you're only half skilled. Okay? And vice versa. If all your skill only comes from training, knowledge, and practice, then you're only half skilled. You need to do both. Okay? You need to train, which is study and practice what you're learning, and then you got to go put it out into the universe, into the world, and do it. Those two things need to happen in order for real skill to develop. Look at other skills. Look at an athlete, right? Look at a football team, okay? Monday morning, they watch the tape from the game. They look at what worked. They looked at what didn't work. Today we're going to handle those things. We're going to reinforce what we're good at, and we're going to handle what we're not, and we're going to learn a new play today, and we're going to practice it all week, and then we're putting it in the game. Does that make sense? So that's how you develop skill. Okay? You got to train, which means knowledge and practice, and then you got to go out there and do it so you gain some experience. Okay? It's a synergistic thing. So you need both. Okay? So what do we got? We got desire, and then we have skill. Okay? Third thing is motivation. So if you Google that, first thing that pops up, the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. This is very broad. Right? So the question that I want to throw out there, the questions, is what are your reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way? Because that's your motivation. What motivates you? Right? Some people are highly motivated to play their Xbox or sit on the couch and watch TV. They're highly, highly motivated to do that. But for some reason, there's a challenge to make a phone call. There's a challenge to reach out to a prospect. There's a challenge to go across the bar and talk to that girl. So what moves you? What is it that gets you out of bed every single morning? Okay? Are you the kind of guy that when the alarm goes off, you're bouncing, or are you hitting the snooze alarm 5, 6, 7, 9 times? Okay? You're motivated either way. You understand that? You've got motivation one way or the other. If you're bouncing out of bed, it's because you're moving towards something. If you're hitting the snooze alarm, it means you're moving away from something, but you're still motivated, right? Motivation, it's you're either moving towards something that you want or you're moving away from something that you don't. But you're motivated either way. So what are you reaching for? Bill says comfort zone challenge. That's right. That is a comfort zone challenge right there. What motivates you? Is it money? Is it status? Is it approval? Is it recognition? Is it more time with your family? Is it a higher connection to your God, your spirit? Is it freedom? Is it power, good power or bad power, right? I have a whole Star Wars discussion on that power thing, but is it more experience? Does that motivate you? You know, like what motivates you? If I think about what motivates me about the boat idea, that's like, for me, that would be, me and my wife, and our family, maybe in the boat, and then go down the coast and we can watch fireworks off a pier on the 4th of July. That'd be sweet, right? Or just maybe me and the wife going up the coast a little bit, find a nice little cove, a nice romantic night, right? That's motivating. So someone told Grant, though, marketing survey says reach for your potential. Yeah, exactly. Marketing surveys, reach for that. And it's got to be bigger than where you're at right now, right? Regardless of where you're at, is there room for improvement? Totally. Okay. So someone once told Grant that motivation doesn't last. What do you guys think? Do you think motivation lasts? Because I would venture to throw out there that it does not. And that's okay. It's not a bad thing. But motivation doesn't last. You got to look. It's how you perceive motivation. Remember the other day when I was giving those Wayne Dyer quotes, is if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And if we're going to go with the idea that motivation doesn't last, what is it then? How do I view motivation? Okay? You want to treat motivation like fuel. Okay, Grant says this, and this is why I'm doing these nooners every day for you and for me, is that motivation is fuel. And what does fuel do? Runs out. Okay, what are some examples of fuel? Wood on a fire, right? You got to keep adding wood. Okay, Bill talks about 10xing it. Right? You got to keep adding wood. You got to build a big, big, big fire. But you have to, if you want the fire to keep going, you got to add wood or coal, whatever. It needs fuel. Okay? Bottom line. Okay? Gas for your car. At some point, you're running out of gas. Okay? Food. Okay? Caffeine. Sweet nectar. Giddy up. Okay? You got to continually add to your motivation. That's the point of that. Okay? So, Grant said, I can't survive tomorrow on yesterday's breakfast. Right? Isn't that a cool quote? Okay? So, what needs to happen for you to be successful? You need desire. Right? You need skill. Then you need motivation. Now, this can apply to your day, your week, your month, your year, your life. Bill says continuous professional development. Amen to that, Bill. This applies to your day, your month, your week, your life, your year. Okay? So let's bring it down to just today. What do you desire today? What do you desire to get out of today? How do you want your day to end? Remember, desire is something in the future. So let's just look at the end of your day. How do you want your day to end? How do you want that sucker to wrap up? What do you desire to get out of your day? Then, what skill needs to be put into play so that you can actually accomplish that? What training and experience do you need so that by the end of the day, marketing survey says it applies to each moment. Exactly. What training and experience do you need so that at the end of your day, you've accomplished what you desired? Thank you for the restream and the like. J Fry Official. Thank you, J Fry Official. Appreciate that. Welcome. So, what would happen if you address these three things every single morning? What do I desire today? How do I want my day to end? What if you start your day by asking that one simple question? How do I want my day to end? What skill do I need to develop to make sure that my day ends the way I desire? And then, am I motivated? Okay. Now that is why we have this. This is your 10X planner. Okay? This is why Grant created this thing, so that every single day you can literally go in and address these 3 key issues. Check this out. Do you have one of these? If you don't, send an email out to david@grantcardone.com and I'll send you a link so you can get one for yourself. Okay? If you got a company, this would be great for the whole group. Thank you, Marketing Surveys. So look, on one side, you've got a planner, but I love the watermark. Success is my duty, right? You've got a place to write down all your stuff, okay? But on this side, this is the juju right here, okay? It's backwards, Bill, I know. Thank you. I'm going to bust on you for that. So, look, there's a place to write down your goals. Not once, but twice. At the start of your day and at the end of your day. This is your desire. This is your motivation. It's right here. You got a place to write down your quote of the day. Find something motivating. Find something inspiring. Write this down. This could be something you invent. This could be something that you find online. Find a quote that gets you jacked and write it down. Okay. Then we got what? Targets. This is anything, right? Grant talks about production yielding happiness and sell or be sold. So this is anything. This is deals you're looking to make, calls you need to make, emails you got to send out, people you need to talk to. What are your targets? And this can be today, this can be this week, this month, this year. What can you produce today? Successes. So as your day winds up, as your day starts getting towards the end, what worked today? What was successful? Let's focus on the wins, right? Okay, so this planner, and whether you get one of these, 10X, watermark, okay, whether you get one of these from us or you just make your own up and you just do it on a legal pad, that's how we did it for years. And if, Grant's got stacks and stacks of legal pads. I do too. I'm not even going to pull them out for you. It'd take too long. But start writing this stuff down, okay? Start your day every single day, because what happens if this becomes a habit 21 days down the road and you're stacking this every single day? You're writing down the things that you desire, you're writing down how you're training and building experience every single day, and you're writing your goals down first thing in the morning, first thing at night, and you're motivated. If this happened for you, it takes 21 days to build a habit, they say, but if you start stacking this, what happens? What happens to your days, to your weeks, to your months, to your years, to your life? Because that's really what this is about, okay? We meet up here every day, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, to give you guys some motivation to take into the rest of your day. But I want this to happen every day so that you're not only taking this into the rest of your day, but into your week, month, year, life. Okay? So tomorrow, I'm going to be on the road. Now, we haven't had a lot of success with Nooners on the road. I'm going to try it. I may not be right on time. I've got some appointments tomorrow, but I'm going to pop in here sometime tomorrow, and we are going to, as a group, take the Success Pledge. So if you liked what you saw, favorite this, restream it. I'm going to rebroadcast this bad boy up on YouTube later on today. You go to youtube.com/Cardone Solutions. Look for a playlist called The Nooner. They're all there. So if you want to play some catch up and watch some oldies and see how this thing is evolving, that'd be great. Questions for me, feedback for me, ideas for topics for me, david@grantcardone.com. You want to get a daily planner, send me an email. I'll get it out to you. I'll show you how to get one. Okay. You want to call me direct, 310-777-0352. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we're doing the Success Pledge. Have a great rest of the day. I'm David Bradley. This has been The Nooner, episode 27. See you soon.